but I'm going to put you in charge of protecting the Rasa Leela dance. So he's the protector of Vrindavan and the protector of the Rasa Leela dance. And in this temple of Gopishwara Shiva, during the day, they have his deity as the Shiva Linga. But for the evening arti and the evening time, they dress the Shiva Linga up as a gopi with a beautiful face and sari and everything. And people come and they worship Shiva in this special form as gopi, as a gopi. Of course, if you read this whole song, this bhajan, then you have a good introduction to the primary places of pilgrimage in Vrindavan. Jayo Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jayo Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindiya Muna Jaya Jaya Mahavan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Keshi Gata Vamsivata Dwadasakana Yaha Sabalila Koilu Shinandanandan. Keshi Gata Vamsivata Dwadasakana Yaha Sabalila Koilo Shinandanandan. Jayo Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Nanda Yasoda Jaya Jaya Gopagana Shri Damadi Jaya Denu Denu Vatsagan Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Denu Vatsagan Jai Shri Nanda Yasoda Jaya Jaya Gopagan Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Denu Vatsagan Jayo Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Vishabhanu Jaya Jaya Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Vishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhiranagari. Jaya Jaya Vishabhanu Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhiranagari. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Maja. Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Maja. Jaya Jaya Krishna Saka Batu Dvija Raja. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Ramagata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Ramagata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vatsigata Jana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Jaya Vatavana. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanya Gana. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanya Gana. Bhakti Tagalhara Pailo Govinda Charana. Bhakti Yaha Pailo Govinda Charan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam. Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam. Jaya Jaya Rasa Lila Sarva Manoram. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Nitya Gaura Premanandi Ki Jai. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Dira Vanachari. Jamuna Dira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Dira Vanachari. Jamuna Dira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Haribo, 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 Nitagora Haribo, 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 Nitagora Premanandi ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Yasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Shinvata Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hridayantaksto Badrani Vidunati Suhitsatam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Granth Raj ki jai. Bolo Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Nilmadava ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. You can give someone else. I have one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we're going to hear about how to organize our life to attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death. We spoke about it last week. Now we're going to get more information about it today. And like anything else, let's say you go to a doctor and you have some sickness, and after he does his prognosis, taking blood samples, doing this, doing that, he says, look, I'm going to give you a diet and I'm going to give you medicine. So the diet is restrictive and the medicine is supposed to be curative. So if we want to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death, there's certain things that we should not do. And there's certain things that we should do that are curative. And the first thing that we should not do is explained by this verse, Karmasya Nendriya Priti. You can repeat. Karmasya Nendriya Priti. Labho Jivata Yavata. Labho Jivata Yavata. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. Narto Yascheha Karma Bihi. Narto Yascheha Karma Bihi. Kamasya Nendriya Priti. Labho Jivata Yavata. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. Narto Yascheha Karma Bihi. This is a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 10th verse. And it says, Life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. What does it mean by sense gratification? There's 4 pillars of sense gratification. Meat eating, meat, fish, eggs, and murgi should be avoided at all price, at all efforts. And then there's gambling. Don't listen to all the advertisement on the radio. Makultios Casino is giving out $100,000 this week. Tulalip Casino is giving out $80,000 this week, right? And the closest one, Snoqualmie Casino, is giving out $150,000 this week, right? So if you're a businessman and you're giving away $150,000, how much should you make in order to give it away without any pain? There you go. At least 10 to 100 times, right? Then there's no pain. Like if you have $1,000 and you lose $10, no pain, right? But if you have $10 and you lose $10, that's a lot of pain, right? So obviously they're making so much more by dangling the opportunity to win some money. Well, now wait a minute. Let's think about this a minute. If the casinos are getting bigger and bigger, then are they making money or losing money? They're making money, right? So you have to be an idiot to walk into a casino because it's a money-grabbing machine. Okay, so no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, including coffee and tea. Including coffee and tea. They are intoxicants. In fact, tea is the curse of the British on the Indian people. India never drank tea before the British. They drank lassi. Lassi is healthy, right? It's a yogurt drink. Or buttermilk. Now, buttermilk is not yogurt mixed with water. Buttermilk is when you churn the butter, you get butter and you get buttermilk. That's real buttermilk. Not what they do nowadays. Dairy Gold buttermilk. It's some yogurt and water with a lot of salt. It's not real buttermilk. It doesn't even taste good. Real buttermilk has little pieces of ghee floating in it, right? And it's slightly sour because it's made from the churning of the butter. Okay, and then last but not least, the most favorite thing in the world today is not allowed. No illicit connections outside of marriage. Okay, so husband and wife have to be faithful to each other. Although there's plenty of advertisement for the opposite, but we should not listen to it because it's actually the karmic reaction. If a man or woman has illicit relationships outside of marriage, and the worst is with another person who's married, that's the worst. Now, why do I say that? Look what happened to Ravana. He kidnapped Sita's wife, right? I'm sorry. I'm all confused here. He kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita Devi. So, she was married. Look what happened to him. He got wiped out completely. The entire city of Lanka and his entire empire was wiped out, and he also, and his entire family, except his brother Vibhishan, they were all killed. Look how devastating it was for stealing another man's wife. That's how sinful it is to do something like that. So, why even think of it? Why get involved in it? Okay, so life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. In other words, if we go throughout our whole life and don't ask any questions about who is God, what am I really supposed to do in this life, what is the meaning of birth, death, old age, and disease, what is my real duty in life, if we don't ask questions like that, if we ask, what's the stock market going to do Monday? Should I buy this car or that car? Should I buy a Tesla or should I buy a Mercedes? Right? Should we go on a vacation to Cancun or Mazatlan? I mean, everyone's asking questions all day long, but not the important questions. You know. So as long as we don't ask the important questions, what is the purpose of life? Who is God? What is my relationship with God? What should be my ultimate duty in life? Then there's no meaning to our life, because we have a body and intelligence specifically meant for understanding who God is and what is our duty in life. It's specifically meant for that. It's not meant for drinking tea, going to the casino, eating meat, and so forth. It's not meant for that. That's why those things are considered sins. And the reaction, the karmic reaction for those things is very, very severe. Like, for example, if you eat a sirloin steak, I'm going to explain to you what happens. According to Manu Samhita, 5th chapter, verse 35 and 47. If you eat meat, especially cow meat, there are approximately, I would say, how many hairs do you estimate there are on the body of a cow? Millions, okay. Manu Samhita said, you will take birth as many times as there are hairs on the body of the cow and be slaughtered. Slaughtered like you paid someone to slaughter that cow. Did you know that? You can go to the library and take the Manu Samhita out. Manu Samhita is the law book of Vedic society. That's how serious it is. But of course, no one explains this to you. So ignorance is, it's not bliss. Ignorance is suffering. Suffering, and we don't even know why, because no one ever explained this to us. But yet it's right there. Manu Samhita is the law book of Vedic society. Okay, so nothing else should be the goal of one's work. In other words, we should work to inquire about what is the absolute truth, who is God, what we should be doing in this life. So, in the commentary to this verse by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, our Gurudev says, the completely bewildered material civilization is wrongly directed towards the fulfillment of desires in sense gratification. This is what happens when you go to public schools, college, and so forth. Our children are taught that sense gratification is the goal of life. And in order to have sustained sense gratification, you need to make money. And in order to make money, you have to be either Microsoft certified or Amazon certified or Facebook certified or something certified, right? Then you can have all the things you need to eat, sleep, mate, and defend for a long time. And what happens at the end of life? I'm going to tell you what happens at the end of life for people that only eat, sleep, mate, and defend. By the way, who else just eats, sleeps, mates, and defends, and nothing else? Huh? Animals, right? Yeah. Now, are they two-legged animals or four-legged animals? Both. Yes, correct answer. So, what's the difference between a human being and an animal if the human being does only what the animal does? Eat, sleep, mate, and defend, and doesn't ask any question. Like when the birds wake up here around, well, it depends on when the sun rises, but a couple weeks ago it was 10 minutes to 5 in the morning. The birds wake, they start chirping, right? You know what they're saying? I mean, I understand the language of the birds. You know what they say? No, they don't say get up. They're already up. They say, where's the worm? Where's the worm? Where can we find something to eat? Are there any predators around? You know, that's what they're chirping. They want to figure out where they can eat. And then they instinctively can make a nest. Have you ever seen a bird's nest? It's a complicated structure. they instinctively know, a mother bird instinctively knows how to make it. And it's complicated. I mean, I live on a farm, so I see birds' nests all the time. They're very complicated. You know, I mean, if you had to make it, you know, it's not easy. And the bird doesn't have arms and legs. It only has a beak. But yet, they make a complicated nest, you see. And what do they do in the nest? They lay their eggs. After they mated, the mother lays the eggs and protects. And I have one bird's nest in my barn. So the mother bird's flying in and out all the time. And she's out there finding worms and other things, bugs and worms. And the little ones are chirping all the time, chirp, 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 like that, all the time, because they're hungry. And usually they're blind when they're first born for a couple weeks, so they can't see, they don't know what they're doing. Right? So if we just eat, sleep, mate, and defend like the bird, and we chirp, 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 where's money? Where's fun? Are you going to do Bhangra tonight in Bellevue? Like that. Then you're wasting this human life. I mean, birds do that. We shouldn't do that. We should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. That's what we should do. So the completely bewildered material civilization is wrongly directed toward the fulfillment of desires and sense gratification. In such civilization, in all spheres of life, the ultimate end is sense gratification. In politics, social service, altruism, philanthropy, and ultimately in religion, or even in salvation, the very same tint of sense gratification is ever increasingly predominant. In the political field, the leaders of men fight with one another to fulfill their personal sense gratification. The voters adore the so-called leaders only when they promise sense gratification. Just like in India, you have roti kapre makan, right? In America, you have chicken dinner every Sunday, a washing machine and dryer, and 3 cars in your garage. See, that's the difference. That's the equivalent to roti kapre makan in India. Right? If they say roti kapre makan here, no one will vote for them. But if they say chicken dinner every Sunday, and 3 cars, and washing machine, and I forgot, Obama phone also, then they'll vote for them. Okay, so the voters adore the so-called leaders only when they promise sense gratification. As soon as the voters are dissatisfied in their own sense satisfaction, they dethrone the leaders. They throw them out. They say, he promised me free health care. He promised me this. He promised me that. And I didn't get 5 cents. I'm not voting for him again. I vote for the next guy who promises. But even though they promise, do they keep their promises? Not many. The leaders must always disappoint the voters by not satisfying their senses. The same is applicable in other fields. No one is serious about the problems of life. Even those who are on the path to salvation desire to become one with the absolute truth and desire to commit spiritual suicide for sense gratification. So this is talking about those people who tell you, you meditate 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and you will merge into the light. Have you ever heard of anyone talking about merging into the light? Yes. Yeah. So these are the false prophets. They promise you. I knew this one Brahmin. He was a very nice gentleman. One time he came to our temple when we had a little house here, and someone invited him to come to do a puja, and I said okay. So after the puja, he had his puja book. It was a big book like this, a loose leaf book with many pages in it. And after he finished, and everyone's congratulating, it was a good puja, he said, I have a mantra for whatever you want. So you just ask me anything. I have the mantra in my book. You want your son to do better on SAT? You got a backache? You want to find a good person to marry? You want your business to do better? Now, does that sound spiritual? There's some gains associated, right? Material gain. And I asked him a question. I said, do you have a mantra that can liberate a person from birth and death? He said, I'm not sure. He said, maybe it's the Hare Krishna mantra, the mantra you guys sing. Well, that was right. That was right. Right. So, but it wasn't in his book, right? No one asked him for that. They asked for the SAT test, the backache, and so forth, right? So it says here, because the body is made of senses, which also require a certain amount of satisfaction, there are regulative directions for satisfaction of such senses. But the senses are not meant for unrestricted enjoyment. So, just like when you eat, if you overeat, you get sick. The same with the senses. There's a certain, let's say, respectable level of sense gratification. For example, if you ask me, do you gratify your senses? I would tell you yes. But but I would say, ask me how I do it. Okay, how do you gratify your senses? Well, I only eat Mahaprasadam from the deities. I sleep, but I only sleep 6 hours a night so I can wake up very early in the morning and chant my mantras and come to the temple for Mangalarti. Right. How do you work? I work, but I give up to 50% of what I earn to the temple. Some years it's a little less, but it's never more than 50% right now. Right? And, everything I do in a restricted way based on serving Krishna. That's called the art of work. Because by working like that, you are liberated, even now, in this world. Liberated from what? Liberated from illusion, liberated from nonsensical activities, wasting time, and so forth. So, the senses are not meant for unrestricted enjoyment. For example, marriage or the combination of a man and a woman is necessary for progeny, for children, but it is not meant for sense enjoyment. In the absence of voluntary restraint, there is propaganda for family planning. Family planning means abortion, means abortion pills and things like that. But foolish men do not know that family planning is automatically executed as soon as there is search for the absolute truth. Now, what does that mean exactly? That means that, let's say you have a son or daughter or both, and you teach them to be obedient and to listen to you. And when they grow up, they're adults, right? And they say, Mom, Dad, I'm grown up now, and I can live on my own. But I'm always going to be loyal to you. I'll never let you down, and whatever you ask me to do, I will do it. Would you feel happy or sad? What do you say? Huh? You'd be happy, right? Now you understand God. We are all God's children. Now, God has given us the book of instructions of how to live. It's called Bhagavad Gita. These are his instructions to us, how we should live. And if we follow those instructions, he promises to protect us. He promises to make things easy for us to have a spiritual life. He didn't say easy material life, but he said easy spiritual life. And he also promises that we'll never lack anything in our life. If you look on the 3rd chapter, 10th verse of Bhagavad Gita, he promises that. So, he doesn't promise that you'll get, a big house, big car, and you'll overeat and become fat. Or he doesn't promise anything like that. He promises that he'll protect you, just like he protected the Pandavas, and Arjuna, and Kunti Devi, and so forth. And he will supply your minimum needs, and he guarantees you'll come back to him after death. So, we are the children of God. And if we say to Krishna, Krishna, success deham torimam prapadyate. Whatever he says, I want to be your disciple, Krishna. I want you to teach me how I should live. This is what Arjuna says in the 2nd chapter, 8th verse. Sisyasteham sarimam tvam prapanyam. And then, by the end of the Bhagavad Gita, after Arjuna has heard everything Krishna says and answered all his questions, he says, Nasta mohasmritir labva tat prasadat moyuchyata stitosmi gatasandeya karishye vachanam tava. He says, my dear Lord, now my moha, my illusion is gone. I can remember who I am. I am your eternal servant. That's who I am. And tat prasadat moyuchyata. This is your real prasad. This is your real mercy. You have cleared away all my doubts about what is the goal of life and what is my duty in life, who you are, who I am, what is the material nature, what is time. You've explained all these things to me. Now I have no doubts anymore. And he says, Stitosmi gatasandeha. I'm situated in my right position now as your eternal servant. And gatasandeha, I don't have any doubts. And then he says the quintessential statement of faith. He says, Karishye vachanam tava. Now, Krishna, whatever you ask me to do, I will do it. So how would you feel as a parent after educating your child, after protecting your child, and they grow up and they're basically on their own now, they're independent, and they come up to you and say, Mom, Dad, listen, I have the greatest respect for you. And I feel as if what you have given me, I can't really repay it. But I will do one thing, and I promise you, whatever you ask me to do, I will do it. So, if you had a child like that who grows up and says that to you, you would be extremely happy. You're not going to tell him, he or she to do anything bad, but you would be impressed. You said, my child grew up correctly. So now imagine, Krishna is God. He's our Father, the original Father of all living entities. If we say that to Krishna, if we, after hearing Bhagavad Gita, like Arjuna, then we have become real son of God, son or daughter of God. We've become a member, not of this family or that family, but now from this point on, we are a member of Achyuta Gotra, Krishna's eternal family. So, seekers of the Absolute Truth are never allured by unnecessary engagements in sense gratification, because the serious students seeking the Absolute Truth are always overwhelmed with the work of researching the truth. In every sphere of life, therefore, the ultimate end must be seeking after the Absolute Truth, and that sort of engagement will make one happy, because he or she will be less engaged in varieties of sense gratification. And what that Absolute Truth is explained as follows. So that's the first verse, and now the second verse, we'll cover it very quickly. Vedanti, you can repeat after me. Vedanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmeti brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavan iti sabhyate Vedanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavan iti sabhyate. Learned transcendentalists who know the Absolute Truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. So this verse is explaining the three levels of understanding God. There's Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. The first level, Brahman, indicates the effulgence coming from the body of Krishna. This effulgence is the support of everything in the spiritual world and the material world. This effulgence does come into the material world. This effulgence from the spiritual world called Brahman or Brahmajyoti is reflected off of the sun. We're seeing it right now. We're seeing the sunlight. What does the sunlight do? It supports all life in the universe. If the sun went out, everyone would die. It's the source of all energy in the universe. And we're so lucky, Krishna has set up the carbon cycle by which all the green plants collect the sunlight and produce, they collect the sunlight, they inhale carbon dioxide, which is what we exhale, and they produce glucose, which is the source of all energy that eventually becomes coal, oil, or natural gas. It also is the fundamental food for all living entities. Like, let's say Prabhu Jai Balam, I hope this never happens to you. Let's say you go to the hospital and you have tubes for respiration, right? Now, you can't eat because the tubes are in your mouth, right? So how do they feed you? Yeah, they feed you intravenously. But what are they putting into you? Glucose, you see? That's what happens. When you eat food, let's say you eat palak paneer, right? So the palak is full of glucose. How did it get it? Through photosynthesis of the plant. Each leaf of the plant is like a solar panel. In fact, solar panels are made after the leaves. See? And it has its own photocells or solar cells in it, naturally given by Krishna. And Krishna is the best engineer, by the way. There's no engineer as great as Krishna. And it captures the energy of the sun, and it soaks up the plant. We're talking about a plant. Now, it soaks up water. It rained, and the water's in the ground. It soaks up the water with its roots, and it inhales carbon dioxide. That's what we exhale, right? And puts it together and made C6H12 and O6, or glucose, right? I'm not sure if that's glucose. Yeah, I think that's the glucose. So, this glucose is the source of all nutrition for all living entities. Now, either you eat the plants or you eat an animal that eats plants, right? I hope you never do that. But the animals that get all this protein, like for example, the elephant is the strongest animal in the world. Did he ever eat a steak or a hot dog or a burger? What do elephants eat? Right. So the elephant, which is the strongest animal in the world, never ate meat. It only ate grass and leaves and so forth, right? Then the gorilla is pretty strong too. Is he a meat eater? Mostly fruits. I mean, really, if there's nothing else to eat, they might eat meat, but usually they're just herbivores. Now here we have two tremendously powerful animals that never ate meat. By the way, we eat not we, but people eat the cow for protein. Did the cow ever eat meat? No. She derives all her protein from the grass and the hay. You see? So the original source of protein is not meat. Meat is a secondary source. The original source, I'm sure whoever has a house also has a little bit of garden, right? That green grass growing in the garden, which you think is a nuisance because you have to mow it and do it, actually, it has more protein than the meat. And the protein in milk is made from that grass by the cow. You see, I knew a person who healed his diabetes. He came to visit me one day on my farm, and he said, "Do you mind if I pick some of your grass?" I said, "No. What are you going to do with it?" So, "You'll see." So he picked. There were dandelions, and there were other greens growing, and plus there was grass. And he had a hand juicer, a wheatgrass juicer. He put the grass, especially the dandelion, he said dandelion is the best. By the way, everyone goes to Home Depot and buys dandelion, what? Killer. If you knew how powerful the dandelion plant is, how it can heal diabetes, it can heal osteoporosis, it can heal almost every disease that people have, here's what you would do. Instead of buying Home Depot dandelion killer, you would buy a hat, and every time you see the dandelion plant, you'd take the hat off and tip it. Say, thank you very much. Thank God that he gave the dandelion plant. You see how ignorant we've become? Here, you don't have to go to the druggist or the pharmacy. You got the medicine right there. Say, on my farm, there's at least 40 medicinal herbs growing wild. But if you look at them, you say, it's just, these are weeds. These are weeds. They're not weeds. They are not weeds. And anytime you want to come to my farm, and I'll take you on an herb walk, and I'll show you one by one all those herbs. They are all medicinal. Each one can cure something. See? Okay, so do you need to eat meat? Absolutely not. The cow did not get its protein from meat. The elephant didn't get its protein from meat. The gorilla didn't get its protein from meat. But if you eat industrial agriculture produced vegetables and so forth, you will be shortchanged. Why? Because they use mainly NPK fertilizer, nitrogen, potassium, and nitrogen, potassium, and whatever, sodium, whatever it is. So, but natural compost contains not just those 3 elements, it contains up to 90 trace minerals. That's what plants need, to have that full spectrum of minerals. And then plants grown in that type of soil become medicinal food. You don't have to take any medicine. You just eat those vegetables and fruits and nuts and grains that are grown in living soil, full of full spectrum of trace minerals. Okay, so here it says, the absolute truth is both subject and object, and there is no qualitative difference between there. So what does that mean? That means that Krishna is the cause and the effect of everything you see. So if you see a plant, if you see the sun, if you see the ocean, if you see a cloud, if you see your own intestines or your liver or your heart, or you see your eyes or your ears, you are actually seeing Krishna. Now I'm going to explain how. Just like everything material is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether or space, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So earth, water, fire, air, ether is anything material you see. And a human being or living entities, they're earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So whatever you see is a combination of these gross and subtle elements plus the soul. Plus the soul. And we know there has to be a soul. Why? Because when a person dies, the soul leaves the body is dead meat. Right? Body minus soul is dead. Body plus soul is living. Right? So that solves the mystery. Is there a soul or not? There's definitely a soul. Because if we were just chemicals, then when a person dies, the scientists, they can analyze the body before a person dies and tell you all the chemicals in it. And when a person dies, they can analyze the dead person right away and tell you all the chemicals and if there's something missing. And if there's something missing, they can inject it and the person should come back alive if they're just chemicals. But it doesn't happen like that. Therefore, something else left the body that's not chemical, it's not atomic, that's not a combination of matter. That's the soul. Okay, so now we need to understand how to nourish the soul. We're all concerned about nourishing the body, but we have to know how to nourish the soul. The soul, especially the soul of our children, because if you don't nourish the soul of your children, they will go to school and learn that there's no soul. There's nothing to nourish, because there's no soul. There's just the body. See? And then you end up with an animal, not a human being. You see? This is the danger of modern education. So here it says, so everything you see is made from Krishna's energies. Krishna has two major energies, spiritual energy and material energy. So whatever you see is made of Krishna's energies. A tree, a microphone, a human being. All the energies, just like when you buy a new computer and you open up the screen, and on the right-hand side or left-hand side is a little label. It says Intel inside. What does that mean? The Intel chip is on the inside. The thing that makes the computer work is the intellectual property of Intel. Right? So if you read Bhagavad Gita, after you finish reading, if you read it with proper devotees, at the end, whatever you see, you'll see Krishna inside. That's called spiritual vision. Right? But if you don't read Bhagavad Gita, if you don't meet a genuine devotee who knows Bhagavad Gita, you'll say, this is a bird, this is an ant, this is and it has nothing to do with God, because there is no God. It happened by the Darwinian process of evolution of species. It started with an accident, and it's going on in an unguided, irrational way through infinite number of permutations and combinations. And they have a big smile on their face. After saying something really stupid that has no sense to it. Did Microsoft happen by infinite number of permutations and combinations without any intelligence behind it? See? Go into Microsoft and say, hey, this happened by accident. You know what they'll do? They'll call the psychological team to take you into a room and see and try and evaluate how crazy you are. And if you're really crazy, you keep insisting it in the room, they'll take you to the crazy house. So nothing happens by accident. Microsoft didn't happen by accident. How can you say the whole universe happened by accident? That's much more complicated than Microsoft. You see? That this is all nonsense stuff that's stuffed into the ears of unwitting children who are subjected to this type of nonsense in the name of education and science and so-called science. So, everything you see in this life is a combination of Krishna's different energies. Therefore, Krishna inside is what should be the conclusion when you see something. By the way, the word for philosophy in Sanskrit is not like in English, which is derived from the Greek word philosophy, or philos and osoph, which means the love of wisdom. The word for philosophy in Sanskrit is darshan. Darshan means how you see. So, a mother sees her child with the eyes of love and protection. But a child molester looks at the same child and sees it in a different way. They see it as an object of exploitation for their lust. You see? That's why in Sanskrit, the word for darshan is how you see. So if you send your kids to public schools, they will learn to see everything minus God. Let me ask this boy. Did they teach you about God in school? No. Did they mention God in school? No. Say, did they teach you Sanskrit about God in school? No. You're not allowed to talk about God in school, right? Did they say you come through some process of evolution, that there's no God? Yes. If you try and say something different, what?
If I try to like tell them that that's not true, that they'll think that I'm trying to
Bring religion into the classroom. Yeah, you see, this is modern education. So how can you feed the soul of the child when the child is being taught there's no God and there's no soul? Everything is just chemicals. See? This is how dangerous modern education is. So here it says, in other words, Bhagavan, or the personality of Godhead, is the last word of the absolute truth. Paramatma, or Krishna's expansion into the heart of every living entity and into every atom of the creation, is the partial representation of the personality of Godhead, and impersonal Brahman, or that effulgence coming from Krishna's body, is the glowing effulgence of the personality of Godhead as the sun rays are to the sun god. Less intelligent students of either of the above schools, sometimes above schools means there's two main schools of philosophy in India. One is called Mayavad, and the other is called Vaishnava Tattva. So the Mayavad school says that God is not a person. The state of God is energy, and the energy is in the form of this eternal light. And you have to deny your individuality to merge into that light. And the Vaishnava Tattva says that God is a person, you are a person, you were never born and you will never die. If you revolt against God, you receive a material body suitable to the desires you have to dominate the material nature. And you're subject to the laws of karma and time and miseries of this body, miseries caused by other bodies, miseries caused by natural cataclysmic events, etc. So here we say, less intelligent students of either of the above schools sometimes argue in favor of their own respective realization, but those who are perfect seers of the absolute truth know well that the above three features of the one absolute truth are different perspective views seen from different angles of vision. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. I don't want it to go too late today, but if you have any questions, you can ask me, because I definitely said things that are controversial. So you must have some question. You can challenge me. You can challenge me if you want. So I'm going to open it up to question. Now, there has to be some questions. The rule here, no question, no eat. So it's really imperative that someone ask a question. But you can ask don't ask me what the stock market is going to do. I don't know the answer. But ask me some question about what we discussed, or some question you have about God or religious life that no one's been able to answer satisfactorily to you in all these years. Yes? Yes. Speak into this microphone.
So you said that people shouldn't eat meat, and a lot of people who have been raised that way, they know that. But what happens if they accidentally eat meat?
People who have been raised vegetarian,
right,
or Hindu, let's say.
Yes.
Well, many Hindus do eat meat, but
I understand.
Those Hindus that don't eat meat,
right,
they know that they shouldn't eat. Okay.
Right, but what happens if they accidentally eat something, like if they eat something from outside, and
let's say you buy a cake in Safeway for a birthday, right? And you don't look at the label, and after you served it out to everyone, someone looks at the label and says, "Hey, Bharat, this has eggs in it. Yeah. You just gave us eggs." You say, "Oh my God, I didn't realize. I'm sorry." Right. Is that what you're talking about?
That's my question. Okay. What happens to those people who eat them unknowingly?
Right. The answer to your question is very simple. If you eat meat or a meat byproduct unknowingly, and you learn from your experience always to look at the label, and the rule is, when in doubt, don't touch it. Let's say it doesn't have a label, right? When in doubt, don't touch it, right? That's the rule. Then you're forgiven, because That's if you learn from your mistake. But if on the other hand, you make the mistake a habit, then you're in big doo-doo, as they say in colloquial English. You're going to have a lot of problems in your life. But if you learn from your mistakes, that's proper, and you won't do it again. Okay. That's a good question. Any other questions? Speak into the microphone. We want to hear every word you say. Oh, here comes the mic. Yeah.
Prabhu, I have a question. I have a lot of atheist friends who have no faith in God at all.
Yes.
But they are asking some interesting questions. When I was telling, for every creation there is someone who created it.
Yeah.
Look, we have a machine, someone created the machine. Same, whatever the explanation you used to give, I used to tell them the same thing. And their final question was, who created this God?
Yeah. Now, look, this is called the, you have to explain something to them. When you answer, who is God, you have to say that there is a original person who is eternal and has no cause, but he's the cause of all other causes. You see, because they want to get you in this what's called infinite regress argument. This is their ultimate argument. If you know, it's a big word, infinite regress. I'm going to explain what it is. It's on this infinite regress argument is on the basis that everything has a cause. Now, if you say God caused everything, then they say, who caused God? And you're stuck.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Okay? That's their strongest argument, called the infinite regress. But before you answer who is God, you have to say, God, according to Lord Brahma, the engineer creator of the material world, who was instructed by God how to put into effect the material creation, he explains, Ishwara Parama Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. He says, Ishwara Parama Krishna, the supreme controller of everything, Ishwara, is Krishna. Ishwara Parama Krishna. Satchitananda Vigraha. He has a body that's made of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. He doesn't have a body made of blood, urine, pus, veins, bones, ligaments, and so forth. He has a body, but it's made of these three transcendental elements. And Anadir Adir Govinda, he was never born, he has no cause, and his name is Govinda. He loves cows, he takes care of cows. He doesn't eat them, he protects them. Only idiots eat them, right? And the last line says, Sarva Karana Karanam, he's the cause of all causes. In other words, the buck stops with Krishna, as they say.
Yes.
The buck, you know what the buck is? A dollar bill, right? It stops with Krishna. There's no infinite regress. And you should tell him, you're trying to get me, you're trying to trick me with your infinite regress, but by the way, there's no infinite regress here, buddy. Because God is the cause of all causes. And this is spoken by Brahma, not by some idiot atheistic philosopher. Brahma is the engineer creator of the material world. He's the super engineer. Okay? He knows better than all these other little guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Look up
Thank you.
infinite
Yeah.
regress.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is their strongest
Infinite
argument.
regress. Okay.
Any other questions? Yes. Give him the microphone.
So like in school we learn about like Greek.
Closer to your mouth.
In school we learn about like Greek culture, and so they talk about like the god of lightning, the god of sky, like the god of the sea. So they
Indian culture? You're talking about Indian culture?
No, in Greek culture.
Greek culture, okay.
So are they wrong, or are they just different perceptions of like Lord Indra?
Wait a minute.
And
Answer one question to me before I answer you. Do they claim that it's mythology?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so mythology means it's made up. It's not real. See, because it's mythology, they teach it in school. Because it's not religion. It's a myth. It's myth. It's something that they consider made up. By the way, it's not made up. The Greek culture is an offshoot of Vedic culture, but an offshoot that degraded over time. And if you want to know more about it, you come to my class every Saturday morning and Sunday morning at 7:30, and I'll explain it in depth. Okay? But when they claim that it's mythology, they're teaching it to you because it's all made up. It's not real. Okay? Look up the word mythology, then you'll understand. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, now you can all eat. You asked some questions. Very good. And we'll have Arti.
Your friends can.
And I want to make a few announcements before we start. It's getting a little late. We have some major things coming up in the near future. First of all, this year we have a new festival we've never done before, and it's called Happy, Healthy, and Wise Vegetarian, Vegan, Raw Food, Natural Living, Ayurveda, Yoga, and everything else that's good and healthy on June 22nd at Redmond's new downtown park, right in the center of Redmond on Cleveland Avenue. So don't miss this because it's going to be a very interesting experience where we will demonstrate all kinds of, by the way, it is a culinary festival. That means it's an eating festival. There'll be plenty of free things, samples given out. All kinds of samples will be given out. In fact, sometimes people come with big bags to these type of festivals, right? Because they know every booth is going to give some sample out there. Either it's food or it's some product or something else. So come and make this a great festival. And we have our invitation here. This is a free pass for the festival. You can get it downstairs. Stand up, Prabhu, stand up. This is Damodar Prasad Prabhu, one of our co-presidents, and he loves to give these free passes out to the healthy, happy, and wise. Notice we don't say healthy, wealthy, and wise. We say healthy, happy, and wise. Happiness is worth more than money. Right. Okay, so we want to thank the sponsors of our feast tonight. Goranga Chandra Das and his family have donated $1,108 on the occasion of their daughter Pranjal's birthday. Haribol. So we'll celebrate that after the arti. And then we want to thank Priti Raji, who have donated $251 on the occasion of their wedding anniversary. Haribol, Haribol. Many more happy anniversaries. We'll also celebrate that after the arti. And we want to thank Jaipal Nala and Shushma. They've donated $251 for the feast. And we want to thank Sanjay Gupta Prabhu and his family. They've donated $250 for the only free vegetarian food truck on the entire west coast of the United States. You see it parked outside. And by the way, it's probably the whole United States, but I don't know for sure yet. It's probably all over the world. No, there's got to be some other free, but definitely in the United States. You know, everyone gets a food truck to make money. Only dummies like me make food trucks to give food away for free for no money, right? And but anyway, we get donations, so that's nice. So thank you, Sanjay Gupta. And then also, it's the feast is sponsored by Shreyas, and he's asking us for pray for his health, which we will do after the arti. Now, upcoming events. Today is Mother's Day. And we have a gift for every mother. mother, grandmother, expecting to be mother, hoping to get married and be mother. You all have a gift. So, and happy Mother's Day to all. Let's put it like this: without women, men would be nothing. So, let's put it like that. And behind every man, every great man, there's a greater woman. So, okay, so we have a dance performance tonight. We better hurry up. We have a dance performance tonight. And on May 17th, Friday, we have Nrsimha Chaturdasi, which is celebration of the appearance of Nrsimha Dev. We have our Nrsimha Dev here, Lakshmi Nrsimha Dev deity. And we'll have a grand festival Friday, May 17th. And on May 18th at 7 p.m., we have our Vedic children are going to have a performance here after the Aarti. The Veg Fest is June 22nd from 12 to 8 p.m. In downtown Redmond Park. On July 27th and 28th, we're going to have our annual Ananda Mela Festival. This will be the 10th anniversary of Ananda Mela, so you're all welcome. This is the biggest festival of Indian culture in the Northwest. There's no bigger festival than this one. We get up to 25,000 people that come. And we also have our Ahimsa milk available tonight, if anyone wants it. We have a lot of Ahimsa milk now. Kiba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Soba Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loba Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Soba Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Soba Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loba Kibadaki Nitaya Chan Panmingadadara Kibadaki Nitaya Chan Panmingadadara Nikate Advaita Shini Vasaja Jadara Nikate Advaita Shini Vasaja Jadara Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ke Soba Arati Ke Soba Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loba Jana Vitatavane Jagamana Loba Kibaboshi Nachen Gora Chan Ratna Singhasane Aroti Korena Brahma Adideva Gane Aroti Korena Brahma Adideva Gane Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kesoba Janami Tatabane Jagamana Loba Janami Tatabane Jagamana Loba Kibanada Hariadi Kori Chamaradu Laya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosa Adigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosa Adigaya Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati Soda Janavi Tatabane Jagamana Loba Janavi Tatabane Jagamana Loba Kiba Shanka Bajiganta Baje Baje Karatala Madhura Mitanga Baje Paramarasala Madhura Mitanga Baje Paramarasala Shanka Baje Kanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje 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 Baje Madhur 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 Baje Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hey Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Ki Baba ho Nitya Koti Chang Ki Baba ho Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Utpala Ki Baba ho Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Utpala Dala de Sevana Mala Kore Jala Mala Gala de Sevana Jala Mala Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Arati ke sobat Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobaja Kiba Shiva Sukhanada Premegada Gada Kiba Shiva Sukhanada Premegada Gada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Kodara Sampada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Kodara Sampada Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Bharati Ke Soba Jayo Hey Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobaja Namaste Darasin Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajanine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskatyare Sadanine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajanine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskatyare Sadanine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Nitai Gora Haribo, Haribo, Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Premanandi ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladayini. Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladayini. Hiranyakashipu Bhakshay, Shilatam Kanakalaye. Hiranyakashipu Bhakshay, Shilatam Kanakalaye. Ito Nishinha, Parato Nishinha, Yato Yamitato Nishinha, Ito Nishinha, Parato Nishinha, Yato Yamitato Nishinha, Ebolo Ito Nishinha, Parato Nishinha, Yato Yamitato Nishinha, Ito Nishinha, Parato Nishinha, Yato Yamitato Nishinha, Pahi Nishinha, Hidaye Nishinha, Narashinamadi Saranam Prapade. Pahi Nishinha, Hridaye Nrsinga Narashinamanim Saranam Prabhade. Tabakara Kamala Barenaka Akudashinya Dalita Hinakasiku Tanuvinga Keshavajita Naraharirupa Jaya Jagadishare Jaya Jagadishare Jaya Jagadishare. Tagore Premanandi ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajika Chasta Tarasatarashi Shishimali's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Sukho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki jai. Shri Radha Nila Madhava ki jai. Ma Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya. So we have a dance performance now, right? Do we have a dance performance now?
Yeah. Today is Sita Navami also.
What?
Sita Mata's appearance is today.
Sita Devi?
Today, Sita Mata's appearance is today.
So today is also the appearance day, the Janma Mahotsav of Mother Sita Devi, Lord Ramachandra's wife. That's why everyone was so excited today. So also our more Sunday feast sponsors tonight are Kiran and Om Nima. Kiran and Om Nima on the occasion of their marriage anniversary. So anyone that's having a birthday anniversary celebration, please come forward to get the mercy of Radha and Krishna. Is your son's birthday? What's his name? What?
Marriage anniversary.
Marriage anniversary, right. Let me get... Okay. And then also, we want to thank tonight Satya Narayana Reddy and Sudharani. They have donated $3,000 for our free food distribution from our food truck. We go out. This past week we went out twice. We went to the Redmond homeless encampment at St. Jude Catholic Church Wednesday night, and we served about 30 people there. And we go out every Saturday night to the University Heights Community Center, where we feed up to 250 people. And many of them not only are homeless, but there are also a lot of Chinese and Indian students that come for Mahaprasadam. Yes. So, where was the other sheet?
The sheet is there. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Kiran and Om Prakash Nema.
Kiran, yes. Kiran and Om Nema. Okay. So, Hare Krishna. Jaipur, yes.
From Suraj and me.
Yes, we have it right here. Yes.
Thank you.
I just thank you. So now I want to thank all the sponsors again. First of all, Gauranga Chandra Das and his family donated $1,108 on the occasion of Pranjal's birthday. We want to thank Priti and Rajiv, who have donated for their anniversary. Is that you? No? Somebody else? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. And we want to thank Jaipal Nala and Shushma. They've donated $251. We want to thank Sanjay Gupta, who's donated $250 for our food truck. Shreyas, who's donated tonight, and he wants us to pray for his health. We'll do that right after this. We want to thank also Kiran and Om Nema, who are right here. And we want to thank Satya Narayana Reddy and Sudharani. They've donated $3,000 tonight for our Food for Life program. So, do you have a cake? Bring the cake down. So which, you're Priti and Rajiv? Okay. So if Pranjal is here, Pranjal, come forward for your birthday celebration, Pranjal. And also Priti and Rajiv for their marriage anniversary. And Kiran and Om for their marriage ceremony. Okay, so we're gonna chant Hare Krishna for Kiran and Om, for Pranjal, for Priti and Rajiv, and Jaipal, Nala, and Sanjay Gupta, and Shreyas. So let's get the cake ready. Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Shri Radhe Govinda, Mana Pachale Hari Ka Pyar Naam Hai. Shri Radhe Govinda, Mana Pachale Hari Ka Pyar Naam Hai. Shri Radhe Govinda, Amana bhajne Hari ka pyar naam hai. Shri Radhe Govinda, Amana bhajne Hari ka pyar naam hai. Gopala Hari ka pyar naam hai. Nandlala Hari ka pyar naam hai. Gopala Hari ka pyar naam hai. Nandlala Hari ka pyar naam hai. Hey, Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Bolo, bolo, hey, Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Hey, bolo, Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Hey, bolo, Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala. Bolo, bolo Jai Nandalala Jai Gopala. Hey bolo Jai Nandalala Jai Gopala. Hey bolo Jai Nandalala Jai Gopala. Bolo Jai Nandalala Jai Gopala. Jai Nandalala Jai Gopala. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hey bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Nitya Gaur, Premanande ki Jai. So we want to thank again Gauranga Chandra Prabhu on the occasion of his daughter Pranjal's birthday, Priti and Rajiv on the occasion of their marriage anniversary. We want to get two garlands for them. And Jaipal Nala and Shushma, Sanjay Gupta, Shreyas, we pray for his health, and also for Kiran and Om, and Satyanarayan Reddy and Sudarani. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Now we're going to have a dance performance.
Hello. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very happy and wonderful Mother's Day to each one of you present here. And we are going to present a couple of items from Bhargavi Bharatanatyalaya, and myself, Sandhya Bhargavi, is the teacher and of course the performer as well. And please bless us all. And today we are going to do something really special because it's a Mother's Day. The first item that I have chosen to do is an Alarippu. Usually Alarippu is done in a very traditional format, but today being Mother's Day, I chose Sita, and we are doing a thematic Alarippu on Sita. So we will be showing a very short Ramayanam in 4 minutes of the Mishra Chapatala Alarippu, and followed by Ritigavala Varnam Sri Krishna Kamalanathu. So if you look at the mothers, the greatest mothers of all is none other than Devaki and Yashoda, because they are the ones who gave Krishna to all of us to to make us all happy. So I would like to give respects to the Mother Goddess Yashoda and the Mother Goddess Devaki, and they will be showing the episode of Krishna's birth right from the time that Kamsa has taken them. So please wait and watch. Thank you.
கிட்ட தக்கதம் திட்டம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் திட்டம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் திட்டம் கிட்ட தக்க தத்திம் ததிம் தத்தி தத்தை ய தெய்யும் தத்தம் கிட்ட தக தித்தை ய தெய்யும் தி தத்தம் கிட்ட தக தத்தை ய தெய்யும் தத்தம் கிட்ட தக ஜலம் குதும் தத் கிட்ட தர்கிருதும் தம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தகதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக தத்திம் ததிம் தத்திம் ததிம் தம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தகதை தத்தை கிட்ட தகதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக தத்திம் ததிம் தத்திம் ததிம் தம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தத்த கிட்ட தகதம் ததம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தத்த கிட்ட தகதம் ததம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத் தக்கடதும் தத்தக்கடதும் தத்தி தக்கடதும் தம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத் தக்கடதும் தத்தக்கடதும் தத்தி தக்கடதும் தம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தகதை தத்தை கிட்ட தகதம் 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 திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தத்த கிட்ட தகதம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தம் தம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை திம் தம் திதம் ததி கிட்ட தகதை ததை தத்த கிட்ட தகதம் ததம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தகதை தத்தை கிட்ட தகதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்க தத்திம் ததிம் தத்திம் ததிம் தம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்க தத்திம் ததிம் தத்திம் ததிம் தம் தித்தம் ததி கிட்ட தக்கதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் ததி கிட்ட தக்கதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தக்கதம் திதம் 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 ததி கிட்ட தக்கதை ததை ததி கிட்ட தக்கதா ஹத ஜம் தரிதா ஜம் தரி ஜக தரிதே ததிங்கின தும் தக்க ததிங்கின தும் taka diku ta dingina tum tam dit tam drukutaka taka drukutaka 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 taka drukutaka 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 taka drukutaka drukutaka dalam kudum tat kada drakadum tatte ya deyum tat tattam kitataka tadim 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 drakadum tadim 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 drakadum tadim tadim tadim.
Na Shri Krishna Kamalanato Vasudeva Sanatana Shri Krishna Kamalanato Vasudeva Sanatana Vasudevatmajaha Punyo Leela Manusha Vigraha Shri Krishna Kamalanato Vasudeva Sanatana Vasudevatmajaha Punyo Leela Manusha
tom tom nam nam tom deri daga dhanna takita taka jhannu taka tata didi tom tom nam nam tom deri daga jhannu takita taka jhannu taka tata didi tom tom nam nam tom deri daga dhimmi takita taka jhannu taka tata didi tom tom nam nam tom deri daga tare takita taka ta jhum ta nom ta jhum ta ya din dhanna takita taka ta jhum ta nom ta jhum ta ya din tare takita taka dhanna takita taka jhannu takita taka dhimmi takita taka tare takita taka dhanna takita taka tare dhanna tare dhanna jhannu dhimmi tare dhanna tare tom ta tare tom ta tare tom tare tom tare tom tare dhanna jhannu dhimmi tare dhanna tare tom ta tare tom tare tom tare tom
कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामानुषविग्रहः श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामानुषविग्रहः श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामानुषविग्रहः श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामानुषविग्रहः 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 पुण्यो लीला मानुष विग्रह श्री कृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातन वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीला मनुष्य विग्रह श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामनुष्य विग्रह श्रीकृष्ण कमलनाथो वासुदेव सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामनुष्य.
Hare Krishna, we want to thank the Bhargavi Natyam Dance School and Bhargavi Devi. And we want to give her a garland tonight. She's not only a mother, but she's also a wonderful teacher. Hare Krishna. And much more, many more wonderful performances like this. May you all thrive in all your learning and become genuine gopis as time goes on. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Krishna Astumatir. What? All right, we have a cake cutting again. Oh yeah, Mother's Day cake. All the mothers have a special cake. We have a special cake for you on the occasion of Mother's Day. Okay, get the... Wow, this is a beautiful cake for all the mothers. And we have another one too. Not one cake, but two cakes. What is the designer? Oh, this is a beautiful sari cake. Not S-O-R-R-Y, but S-A-R-I. A beautiful sari for all the mothers. So, we will light the cake. Is Rasavati Mataji here? Now, none of us would be here without our mothers, so we have to make sure everybody understands that. So now we're going to chant Hare Krishna to bless all our mothers to be patient, forgiving, confident of the future. Support your husbands, no matter how bad they are. Without your support, they are nothing. Be patient, and by following the principles of Dharma, you will always be protected. And by remaining loyal and kind, Krishna will take you back to Godhead. So now we'll chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Give to mothers. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Now, if you didn't already get the blessing of Radharani's lotus feet, please come and get the blessing. Radharani is the supreme mother of all of us. And we're going to serve the cake downstairs. Just take it down, take it downstairs. And I hope if you didn't get your Mother's Day present, it's downstairs ready for you. All the mothers. Yes. You guys are nothing today. Stay away.
Prabhu, we don't do anything for Father's Day.
Father's Day nothing.
We should do
Only
something.
mother.
We should do something.
Yeah, you get the sticky figures with the nice.
Thank you. Every mother should come up to her husband and give their obeisances.
Hare Krishna. We are also celebrating